Hey, this is Sam Black with Grixis Guardians Command Control. I'm on the draw, and I'm going to keep, although I do need to find red mana. I have Thought Scour and Snapcaster to help out with that, so should be alright. Potentially low on interaction, especially if my opponent's deck is spell-based or I can't find red mana. But no reason not to lead with Darkslick Shores here, and I'll just pass. And Thought Scour myself. Let's pull up the graveyards here. More red spells, no red lands. Play an island and pass. I didn't discuss the possibility of flashing the Snapcaster. I could have done that, I think. Given that I need to find red, it's obviously better to wait and try to flash back this Thought Scour to dig for red mana. There's also just not a lot of value in this kind of matchup to just putting a Snapcaster down. But apparently this kind of matchup is not necessarily the kind of matchup I thought it was. And my hand is now pretty bad. Watery Grave is interesting. I'm not exactly sure what to make of what's going on here. Ugh, remand. Okay. Let's cast Fulminator and attack, and I'm pretty sure that I should just use the Fulminator. Wondering if I want to hit Watery Grave in case black is somehow important to my opponent's deck and that's the only black land. But I think both of those are unlikely, so I'm going to go for the Steam Vents. And now my opponent sees that my hand is blank. And I'm tapped out. Oh. Okay, well, I can go for the throw of that. So I guess my opponent's not Storm, maybe. Maybe this is just value Pyromancer in a Delver deck, or a Delve deck without Delver. I guess Pyromancer Ascension is very good in the Grixis Mirror. Maybe we are Storm. With just a Tasigur backup plan. This deck is weird. And all of this to set up another Tasigur. Alright. Red mana would be great. There we go. I have to just pass here. Which of these things do I want my opponent to cast twice? If I give Lightning Bolt, then one more Lightning Bolt kills me. But anything else seems like it probably kind of goes off, so I guess I'll just do Lightning Bolt. Ascension. All right. Can't really imagine how I might win this game. These Ascensions offer a lot more value than my 2-for-1s. I think I've tried to counter this. It's the easiest. The spell I can most actually counter since it doesn't get copied. Remand here is pretty bad for me. Wonder if my opponent's going to remand both things for all the value. Or just, I assume not. I think you just resolve the Snapcaster here. And probably cast Manamorphose and try to win. Yep. So I guess my opponent's playing Storm, but instead of Rituals, playing Snapcaster and Tasigur and Lightning Bolt and Remand. Presumably no Electromancers because no Rituals. So we're either just going off with Manamorphose or more often just drawing cards into more Snapcasters and Tasigurs. assume this is going to be followed with another lightning bolt. That's game. Alright, so I think I want Ratchet Bomb to deal with the Ascensions, Leyline of the Void to turn off my opponent's entire deck, go for the Throat, maybe negate, maybe click, maybe dispel. What don't I want? I don't want Shriekmaw. I think I don't want Fulminator. Yeah, my opponent's deck operates on very little mana and just draws into more mana with very little mana, so attacking lands isn't a useful direction. I want all the Tasigur removal. It's not clear how much Snapcaster removal I want, like whether I want Electrolyze. I could go more or less. I think I want less. I think I want to keep Bolt and Kolaghan's Command partially as additional Tasigur removal, where I can use a Bolt and a Kolaghan's Command, and I want to be able to deal with my opponent's Snapcasters. It's possible that Cryptic is just too clunky when my opponent has remands and might have additional counter spells, and all of their spells are very cheap. I think I don't need Vendilion Click. Alright, this will be my deck. I'll go first. And another hand without red, and another keep. I have a fast Tasigur and some divinations. The only two Leyline of the Voids I can't aggressively mulligan to it, even though it does seem amazing in this matchup. Sadly, I did not draw a fetch land, so I don't have red and can't play Tasigur this turn. Likely walking into Remand, so I'm not going to spend my graveyard on Tasigur. I'm just going to evoke Muldrifter. Young Pyromancer is noteworthy. It means I probably did want to Electrolyze. Casts Lightning Bolt targeting me. Oh, hand size. Interesting. I think I'm just fetching untapped red. And Tasigur. I have to decide what I want to leave in my graveyard. If anything. I could just leave all my mana. There's no reason to leave all my mana up. I think I leave Go for the Throat and Thought Scour in my graveyard. Definitely Spell Snare this. Now things look pretty great for me. No reason to cast Muldrifter when I can hold up Snapcaster and Tasigur activation. I think I just Snap Spell Snare that. The amount of time that it buys, given the clock that I have going, is very significant. Pretty interested in the idea of just firing off Lightning Bolt here too. I think it's worth it since I'm choked on red. Now I think I want to just cast this. That draw makes it look like maybe Evoking was better, but good enough. Alright, so Young Pyromancer. I think Electrolyze is the way to go. There's an argument for Static Caster. But I think Electrolyze's flexibility is more valuable. What to cut? I feel like my opponent's spells are small ball enough that I'd rather not set myself back with Deprive. And I think I can cut one command. I think Electrolyze is going to do a better thing a reasonable portion of the time. I like this hand. I was really hoping to have a ley line, but just good cheap interaction is a fine place to be here, I think. I'm going to lead with Island because I don't know if I want to get Steam Vents or Blood Crypt with the Scalding Tarn. Plus, I'm in a spot where I'd like to draw another land, so I don't want to be thinning if I end up having a reason to use mana this turn. Is there a reasonable case to be made for just dispelling this? Yeah, my opponent didn't play a second land and is playing Delve cards and stuff. I think I just don't let this happen. I probably should have gotten Watery Grave there in case this wanted to be a mountain. I'm going to play this. Totally open to Snapcaster Dispel this turn if my opponent plays another Thought Scour. Which is part of why I wanted to use the Dispel. Turning on Snapcaster Dispel is good. Dispelling Lightning Bolt is not good. I am just going to take the hit from that. Could cycle Electrolyze here, but I think I just get Watery Grave tapped. I can't really see what I would need 4 mana for this turn, so I'll just play this tapped. Fine. Cycle Electrolyze. This is interesting. I can play Keranos, which is great, but it gives my opponent a window to resolve Pyromancer Ascension. But I think I might be able to win fast enough through it, even if my opponent has that, and if my opponent has anything else, it'll just be outstanding to have this in play, so I think it's worth it. The alternative, part of why it would be worth not doing is that my alternative line of pass, end of turn if you don't do anything, Snapcaster Electrolyze is pretty appealing. But I think getting Keranos down is just too powerful. This is going to be a Tasigur, and I'll just go for the Throat, and then I'll be in control. I think even if Keranos gives me 3 damage, it's better to use go for the Throat and save Lightning Bolt and just send the 3 damage at my opponent, especially since I have Snapcaster go for the Throat up. So Throat this. Don't see any reason not to play Tar Pit, and pass. Let's see, if I activate Tar Pit, I still have 3 mana up. That's basically enough mana to do anything, but I think I'd rather just plan to Snapcaster Electrolyze here and have mana to make that happen. definitely not allowing that. Although this does... Oh. Alright, I'm just going to cast Lightning Bolt so that I can flash it back. And I think that might be lethal, or it's lethal if I hit with Keranos. Yeah. Hit with Keranos, and then animate Tar Pit. Alright, well, my opponent's deck was pretty cool, but I was able to win anyway.